Okay, my name is Aaron Parker, and today's lesson we're going to talk about just some one-on-one basics of the Outlook ribbon and how you would get around Outlook. So, for this particular lesson here, we're just going to talk about you getting settled in on your job and you using Outlook for the first time, and you want to know the basics. So, we're going to go over some things. We're going to go over all these headings here. So let's jump right on into it. Okay, so you have Outlook open here, okay? And so first you have File, Home, Send, Receive, Folder, View, and Help. So let's go over File first. So you have your inbox here. And say for instance, you want to create a signature line. You got your, you're in your job and everything, and you want to get your signature line set up. So you will click here on File, and then you will go down in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen to Options. And then this Options menu is going to pop up. Then you want to come down to Mail. And then you're going to come over and then down to Signatures. Okay, this button here that says Signatures. You want to click on that. All right. And then what you're going to do here, you see I have a couple of tests here. But what you're going to do, you're going to click New. Okay, what we can do is I'm going to remove these just so it doesn't have any confusion there for you. And I'm going to copy that. I'm going to remove these. I'm going to remove these. Okay, and remove that. Delete. Remove all of that. All right, so you're going to click New, and then you'll type, doesn't matter what you put here. I'm just going to put A. Parker here. And then down here at the bottom, you'll put in your information. So for just for this particular lesson, I'm just going to paste this in here. But you would actually type Aaron, your Parker, and this would be John. Then here, the next line, you'll do here, then you'll put John Doe Industries like that. And then you would hit the return key and you'll put here, you put all that information, you'll type that as well. Now, if you want this, when you click on new mail, all right, you want all this information to show when you create a new email. So for new messages or for a new email, you say, yes, I want this signature line or this standard name line to show up in my email, in my new email. When I reply to an email, I want that to show up as well. So you will select that as well. All right, so you're selecting the name that you created, which is A. Parker, which corresponds to this signature line right here. Then you click OK, and then you click OK. And then when you create a new email, voila, this will show up. Okay. All right. So next we have, so we already went to File. So click this arrow to go back. Then you go to the Home. We also have Send, Folder, and View. So go back to Home. And then Home, this is where you create your new email. Okay. That's where you can create your new email. All right. And then when you click on that to create a new email, whatever company you work for, you can type in A, or you could type in the person's first name. If you look and then you click here, check name, that will look for the name for the particular company that you work for. Your company, all your company email addresses will show up in here. Okay, they all will show up in this particular window here. All right. And that's how you would do that. Or because when you check in name, you check in that person's name. So it's searching for all the errands in your company's address book. All right. If you click on the address book, it'll actually show you all the names here. It'll show them all here. And then if you type the last name, however your company sorts its address book, some sorts by first name, some sort by last name. And so if you type in the first name, it'll just bring it all up, okay, in there. Okay, All right, so if you want to attach a file when you create an email, all right, first thing you want to do is click on attach file here. All right, and when you click on attach file, you can go down here to attach file here, and you can be able to attach whatever particular file there. So you can also drag and drop files. So say for instance, if you have, I'm just going to put a Word document here. So say for instance, if you have a Word document on your desktop, you can press and hold and just drag it right into here, just like that. And if you highlight this, you can hit the delete key, or you can right click and then choose remove attachment, and that will remove the attachment if you put it in there by mistake. All right, so let's click close here. All right, so now going along this ribbon here, sometimes if you open up Outlook, your full ribbon won't display. It'll look just like this. But if you come all the way over to the right, okay, see what this X is up here in the top right? If you come down, you'll see this little arrow that says switch ribbons. If you click on that with your left mouse button, that'll display the whole ribbon. That'll lock it into place. Okay, so that's good to know. If you want to search for emails, okay, if you're just starting with the company, you may not have a whole lot of emails, or they may have particular emails that are sent to everybody, and it'll start populating in your inbox as well, as if you've been with the company for a long time, but they put you in an email group where you're just going to get random emails that everybody gets. So if you highlight your inbox, so I'm highlighting sent items. If you highlight your inbox and you go here and you click on search, you can put in a particular name, a word, or whatever, and it'll search in that inbox. If you have like subfolders, so say for instance, if I created a subfolder and called it testing, all right, and I wanted to search all subfolders, you'll click here, and then you'll click this drop down arrow here. Okay, so let me go back over that again. You'll click in the search window with your left mouse button, and then you come here, this arrow right here says advanced search. You'll click on that down arrow, and then where it says search in, right now it's searching in the current inbox. You click the drop down arrow, it will search all the subfolders. Okay, if you choose all Outlook items, it will search any mailboxes that the company gives you as well. Okay, so we're not going to talk about that. But for now, we're just going to click subfolders. So it's going to search in the testing folder as well. Okay, so if I was to take this draft email, make a copy of it, put it in here like that, and then I go into inbox, and then I click on here in the search, click the drop down arrow, say all subfolders, and then if I type the word test, okay, it's searching all those subfolders and it's bringing up the word test. Okay, if I create another subfolder and say Aaron, and then I take this, drag it there, and then I come up here, click the drop down arrow, say subfolders, and then say tests, search for tests. It'll bring up two test emails because one is in Aaron folder and one is in testing. And that's how you search all your subfolders, okay? All right, so moving right along, if you're in the home button, you still have the address book here. So if you want to search for people in the address book, you can search it here, okay? Or you can click in here and search for it. So you can search through your address book right here, all right? Also, you can go to send and receive. I'm just going over basic stuff that you would use as a new user coming into the company. All right, so you click on send and receive. You can send all emails. You can say send and receive all folders, and then it'll go down here and it will check all your Outlook accounts and send and receive or send and receive for you there. Okay. Also here you got show progress. You won't use that, you know, it's just showing you the progress, but your emails go in and out of your company so quick unless you have uh, a 30 meg file going out, and it would show that in the show progress. You can cancel. You got, let me go back here to send and receive. Say for instance, your email is not working. Okay, you want to go here and make sure that this offline is not checked. See how it's dark gray? That means that your email, your whole Outlook account is offline. And if you look down here at the bottom here, almost in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, it says work offline. So you want to make sure that that is not showing up down here. And the way you get to it, okay, you see here, go to send and receive, click on work offline, and then you'll see down here at the bottom how it disappeared. So I just wanted to show you that real quick. All right, next we're going to go to folders. Here you have folders where you can create new folders. So you can see here, if I click new folder, you may not do this early on when you're with the company, but you can create a folder here, just highlight the area that you where you want it to go, and just say new Aaron folder. And you say, hey, you can have it under here, under Aaron, you can have it under testing, or you can have it under the root. And if you click OK, you'll see it show up right there. You can also do it this way, the way I showed you earlier. You can right click on the inbox and say new folder, and then it'll populate it. It'll put it there too as well. And you can say, I'm just going to give it a name here. So you can see how that works. All right, and so this is what you have here in your, and these are some of the things that you would use in this area. Most people don't use these, okay? When you first starting off the company, you're just trying to see how to send and receive your emails and all that good stuff. All right, so next you got view. Here under view, some people will be using these folder panes to display how this whole area looks here, how your inbox looks, how your email looks, all that good stuff. All right, so we're going to look at some of this real quick. So right now, this is how this looks, okay? You could say when you go to view, you could say, okay, let's see how this looks. Right now it's normal. If you choose minimize, let's see what that does. You see how that collapsed your inbox, okay? That's what that does, okay? And so if you choose off, you go back to normal, then it looks just like a normal uh, Outlook default display. If we go to off, all right, it just removes the inbox completely. Most people do not choose this option, okay? Normally, they would have it like this, okay? So I'm gonna click on the inbox. This is normally how they would look. Some people, now this is where most people use either or these. It depends on your eyes and what you have coming in, depending on how you want to see your email. If we choose, right now, the right reading pane is chose. Okay, if we go to bottom, what this does is it displays the email. You click on this. When the email comes in, it shows you the message down here. Okay, that's what that's what that view looks like. Okay, it's a reading pane, how you read the emails when they come in. You choose off, okay, it'll just show you the email here, but it don't show you the reading pane. So you're not being able to read the emails to the right. Like you see here, you won't be able to read the emails to the right, okay? That's what reading pane does. Allows you to read the emails to the right. You turn it off, it won't show it at all. Okay, so we're gonna go back to normal here. Just waiting on me to use it. All right, so if we go back to view, now most people don't use this preview messages. Okay, the number of lines that they want to preview. Okay, this just basically says, okay, how many lines I want to see when this email comes in. Right now, it's just showing you one line. Okay, that's what that's saying. Then let's see here. We don't normally use the to-do bar. Okay, but let's see here. If you choose, see how I chose people, it'll show it down here. If I unclick calendar, it won't show the calendar. Most people like to see their email like this. Some of them don't like to see the to-do items on the right, unless you have, if some people have a lot of tasks, they'll put that there. Most people don't use that. They either use the calendar, pop it over here on the right, or they normally have it turned off completely. Okay. And so this is pretty much it, what people use when they first come into a company. You know, they're looking at that. Most people don't use help and messages or anything like that. um, so they normally don't use this area here, even though when you create an email, you create a new email, those things show up here. Okay. This is their bread and butter. These are some of the things that they would use. You know, you got paste and all that good stuff. All right, so let's run over to calendar here. So I'm gonna click on calendar. And so calendar, most companies now they're using Teams. Okay, so if you're in calendar, say for instance, you're in calendar and you want to create an appointment. So you got appointment here and you have appointment here. So if I click on new appointment, all right, here's my teams. And if you want to schedule a team, okay, you click here and you'll see all your team stuff will show up here. So let me go back over that again. All right, so you open up your calendar and you say, hey, look, I want to create a Teams meeting and send it to everybody. I'm gonna open up July 21st. I just double clicked on it. Okay, I double clicked on not July, September 21st. And then here you click on Teams and it automatically drops all that stuff in here. And then if you want to start inviting people, okay, the only thing you have to do is, where is that? Just bear with me. Oh, there we go, schedule assistant. You go into schedule assistant and you can choose add attendees here, or you can type their name in here. You can say A Parker at testing.com. And then it'll show all the person's times that they're available, that they're unavailable. I mean, that they are available. Okay. And then once you satisfied with that, okay, you can either click send. I'm gonna say save changes, but don't send. Okay. So see here now, you got this person's name showed up who's required. If you know the other person's email information, you can just you can click required and then add the other person's email to here as well. You can put in the title, okay, and then you click send and it'll send that off to them. If you wanted to create an appointment, but you do not want to use Teams, okay, what you could do is say don't host online, and it would remove all this information. So say don't host online, all right, and you can send this email to this person, okay, and they will get your appointment, that you have an appointment with them, but you don't want to use a Teams meeting. If you're going on vacation, okay, and you want to notify them, but you don't want to make it a requirement. You're just saying, hey, this is an FYI that I'm gonna be on vacation or that I have this meeting. Okay, so what you could do is you put the email address down here, okay? And how you do that is you just click on option search for the person's name in the address book, and click OK. All right. And this is like an FYI. This is good as if if you're going on vacation or you got a meeting with somebody and you want to let your boss know, but you're not making it a requirement for him to attend the meeting or to be at your appointment. You're just saying, hey, this is where I'm going to be. This is what I'm going to do. That's why you got option. Okay. And then you just hit send, and then they'll get that information. Okay. All right. I think that should do it as far as the basics of getting around in Outlook. Okay. Hopefully, this should get you going and get you up and running at your particular company, or whatever, or even if you're at home and need to and you're using Outlook. Okay. So that should do it.